Dr. Ijaz, I want to get to the first question. How is your experience in the education system inside of Pakistan, especially in OA levels?
Ji, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sallam. Zain, thank you so much for having me in your program. As you said, in my whole life, I have only done one thing, and that's education, and even in education, mostly higher education. So, coming to OA level programs, let me share with you that this stream of education is producing wonderful kids, and these kids coming with OA level backgrounds contribute very seriously to the economic system of Pakistan by graduating from different universities and being part of the intellectual community. I have seen kids coming from O level, A level background, they have their foundation very, very strong. Their reading habits are very strong, work ethics are very strong, and exposure to the local and global environment is very, very different. I have also seen, witnessed basically by dealing with students in the university system, kids coming from O level, A level stream, reading habit is very strong, and they just love to read, and when they just love to read, their communication skills are very, very strong because they follow the O level, A level stream, which is all in English, and they are trained basically to think, conceptual thinking जिसे आप कहते हैं, that's always very, very strong for this kid. So my personal experience as an educationist is very pleasant, very good, and I strongly believe it's a very strong component of education system, and it should be more promoted if it is possible at all.
Have you ever been involved in any initiatives that are aimed at enhancing and improving OA levels in Pakistan?
Not at the let's say board level like Cambridge board or other boards of UK or other European boards, but yes, at local level, I have been working with many schools who are involved in OA level streams, and faculty training, teaching pedagogies, out of the box thinking approach, making reading habits even stronger, conceptual thinking, game based learning. These are the areas where I have worked, and still I am working with many organizations involved in OA level programs.
You're a senior academic, you have a PhD, you've been a former vice chancellor. I want to understand, what are some major challenges in the education system inside of Pakistan when it comes to O and A levels? What challenges is this system facing at the moment?
Okay, Zain, very good question. Many people probably would not like this, what I'm going to say, that it's first of all, it's a very good qualification. It makes student think beyond what normally kid goes through in the local system.
Also enables critical thinking.
Absolutely, critical thinking, out of the box thinking approach, coming up with new ways to do things. That's extremely important. However, what I have seen working in Pakistan in the last 10 years, that unfortunately the schools involved in the teaching of OA level programs have made it unnecessarily very, very expensive. I mean, it is supposed to be affordable education, because what you pay to the Cambridge board is probably 150, 160 Pakistani rupees. But here, schools are charging probably 50K, 60K, even 70K per month from the students, and which is, I say, totally unfortunate, because true, they have their operational costs, but operational costs are not so high that you have to make this program totally for elites and exclude the parents who are making 40,000-50,000 per month. So that's what I think that one need to look into it, that why these programs are made unnecessarily so expensive. I mean, parents have the options that they can directly send the fee to the Cambridge board, pay the fees directly to the board and do the homeschooling. Then you would be surprised to know that in the US, many kids are doing homeschooling at the moment. I mean, different states, particularly the state of California, has come up with a plan where students are given the books and curriculum, students prepare that and then they go and attempt the exams, and they don't have to come to the school. So the same way, I strongly believe students need to shift to the affordable learning models, and that could be appearing in the examinations taken by the Cambridge and utilizing the available resources, studying at home or homeschooling what we called, and are joining the online learning education system, which is a booming industry in the world at the moment. So, in traditional learning models, brick and mortar, what we have kids going to school and coming back and doing the routine work. I mean, learning models particularly have shifted now to online, and maximum students in the developed world are also going into that as well. So, I strongly believe people in developing nations, particularly Pakistan, need to think. I think most of the time, if parents are not going into that because there is no awareness. Now, many people, I am sure, do not know that they can only pay fees to the Cambridge board and complete their O level or complete their A level. Many parents still think they have to send to the kids to the school and then school will arrange their exams. No, there is no such thing. With O level and A level stream, parents can simply pay the fee to the Cambridge board and kids can appear in the exam and they can be promoted. So, I mean, that means their annual expense on O level examination would be probably 150,000, 200,000 maximum, and all the other fees they are paying to the different institution can be saved.
But Dr. Ijaz Qureshi, the bigger schools can give a counter argument that we're providing a lot of facilities, we're providing teachers, the ambience. So how do you address that counter argument?
In the current economic situation, it has become a very difficult for the families, for the parents basically to afford these elite schools. I mean, a very little percentage can afford that, and very big majority cannot afford that. Now, if they want the same education, I mean, at the end it is O level and it is A level. Ambience, yes, makes difference for some time, for 30 minutes, for 1 hour it will make you very happy, but it is not something that is going to go with you always. So, people who cannot afford, those particularly, and very big majority, let me share that unfortunately in the third world, particularly developing nations like Pakistan, serious financial constraints are there on parents, cannot afford. Many parents do not put their kids into O level and A level streams simply because they have no money. Now, if they are given this awareness, they are told that you only need, let's say, 15,000, 12,000 per month and save that 12,000, 50,000, and at the end of the year you have 150,000. That 150,000 can be paid to the Cambridge board as the fee for the exams, and a kid can sit in the exam. So, I mean, this is something that people need to know. Parents need to be educated because these are the options available to the people, and people do not know that. So, I think online education, yes, again is there. Those who definitely want to have the class test, they can join the online schools. Online education is there in O level and A level, and the fee is just a fraction of what they are charging in the very expensive schools.
Dr. Ijaz, in your opinion and your expertise, how can assessment methods be further improved to better measure student learning and critical thinking?
Zain, very good question. Thank you. Assessment is always a challenging task for the academicians. I always suggest to faculty to come up with maximum ways to evaluate the performance of student, because each student is different. Many students could be very good with learning through visualization. Some students could be very good by learning through reading the books. Some students could be good in interacting with students and getting out of it something. So there are so many ways. So now coming up with one closed book exam, that's not enough. That's something unfair with many students.
Yes.
बच्चों का लर्निंग पैटर्न ही डिफरेंट होता है ना. तो अगर एक क्लोज बुक एग्जाम होगा साल के आखिर पे, तो मीन दिस इज़ अनफॉर्चुनेट, दिस इज़ नॉट फेयर विद स्टूडेंट. नाउ Pearson has come up with very good plan where there is no exam, but students are just attempting the assignments in their own environment, then sharing the assignment, and their assessment is based on those assignments. Because researchers have said that it is proven fact that people perform better when they do when and however they want to learn. For example, if a kid is happy by sitting in the library and attempting his exams over there, that's fine. Another kid could be very good by sitting in his home and attempting the assignment. That's fine with that. So what I'm saying is
that they should apply diverse assessment methodology.
Absolutely. वो एक ही shoes को सब में fit कर देना जो है वो ज़रा unfair है. तो there is a serious need to change the assessment methods. I mean, I would suggest to the traditional learning models providers as well to think that assessment models need to be changed. This is particularly we are dealing with generation Z. अब वो बच्चे जो हैं उनको हम उसी तरह टेस्ट कर रहे हैं जिस तरह 70s और 80s में टेस्ट कर रहे थे. तो this is kind of unfortunate and unfair, because generation Z is not the kids of 80s and 90s. So that's what one need to think of it.
True. What is your outlook to the future of O and A levels education inside of Pakistan?
Then I think it's gonna grow. There is a serious interest, public interest. One reason of this parent interest in this stream of education is that we see that kids are very successful in the professional life. So this is one reason. Number two, I know that economic prosperity level is going up in Pakistan and in other developing countries. People used to have less money and now people have more money. People were not aware of many best education systems, and now because of internet and access to information, it is easy to see and to evaluate what's best. So people are gonna go into that. And another thing, you see, being a former British colony or member of British Commonwealth, kids who complete the Cambridge education system, it is very easy for them to join the British universities, and most of the time they end up securing good scholarships as well. Whereas this privilege is not available to many students who are not from O and A level stream.